People say, just put your money in the market, just leave it there for the rest of your days. I disagree. That would be like sailing a yacht on the ocean, and in the distance we see a storm brewing. We might lose our cargo, we might lose a few people. Ahoy ahead, don't worry, we'll go straight through. Because we know on the other side there's water and clear skies. I believe the reason people give this advice is because they are oblivious to the real risks of a downturn. Yes, the immediate loss of capital might be painful, but there is an even bigger loss that is much more significant, and that is time, or more precisely, opportunity. Once it is lost, it cannot be recovered. And sadly, this is only the beginning. Not only do you lose the money during the market downturn, but then you lose the opportunity for the money you could have made during the downturn. So you might think to yourself, well, I didn't really make the money in the first place, so how could I lose it? Future returns is just speculation after all, right? Whether it was lost in the market through poor investing, or whether we just didn't invest it in the first place, the result is still the same, an empty bank account. This is important because during market downturns, smart investors multiply their returns. I'm going to show you how you too can capitalize on this opportunity and catapult your returns into the future. Let's have a look at an example of two investors, Early Eddie and Late Lucy. Both of them started investing at 35 with $10,000 in capital. At 40, there's a market crash, and again at 49. Early Eddie observed the economic conditions during this time and prepared early. Late Lucy just took the generally accepted advice to invest all the way through. Let's have a look at how it turned out for both of them. Looking at the chart of the S&P 500 over a 13-year period, starting with $10,000. If Late Lucy just invested $10,000 throughout that period, she would have ended up 13 years later with $10,000. Early Eddie, on the other hand, understood the economic conditions and ended up getting an average return of the S&P 500 of 7%. You can see in the example that Early Eddie ended up almost $14,000 ahead of Late Lucy. And this is where the real magic starts happening. Over the next 13 years, that $14,000 grows into $55,000. So let's put that into perspective. Over a 26-year investing career, Early Eddie would make an additional 688% return on his investments, which will mean at age 61, that initial capital would give him an extra $55,000. There is a quote from Warren Buffett that says, rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. I would take that one step further and say, rule number 1, never lose an opportunity. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Part 2 of this video, I'm going to show you how to apply the world's simplest investing strategy to multiply your returns during market corrections. We're going to learn how to recognize economic conditions and where to find shelter from the storms ahead. The next video could make the difference between just surviving retirement and thriving. And the best part is, anyone can do it. Look forward to seeing you there.